navigation with JavaScript. Last week we had this fine looking UI. So once a user resizes the screen, we have this navigation menu hidden, and we have this button. Yeah, it's not a problem per se. It's a feature that will need to be added. So once a user clicks this button coming from the side, on page reload on this smaller device, you can see this is coming back, the desired effect. So we're going to fix that. So to fix that, I'm going to refactor this function. This function is supposed to be called once the page reloads. So to have it reload on once the user refreshes the page or on a page load, I'm going to cut it out, and I'm going to assign it this function resize screen. So I'm going to paste the function and have this here. Then on page load, I'm going to call this function once resize screen. So that should fix the issue. So cool. Then once the user clicks this button, we are supposed to have a navigation drawer. So let's go to it. So I'm going to copy this UI, then I'll paste it below here. So as you can see, this is not looking dry, but for the sake of this class, for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to leave it as it is. As I've already prepared this class beforehand. Then hide sidebar. Once the user clicks this button, so on this button, I'm going to attach on click listener. So I'm going to tell it on click show sidebar. I don't have it created yet. So beneath this resize screen, I'm going to create a function show sidebar. Then I'm going to grab, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this element, this div right here. So I'm going to grab it and check if it's already hidden. So if it is hidden on a smaller device, then show it. So let's go to it. So inside this function, I'm going to grab the sidebar, documents dot query selector sidebar. Then I'm going to check if this sidebar is hidden. Like I said, I created the class sidebar hidden. Sidebar the class list dot contains hide sidebar. So if the sidebar is hidden, then show it. So we're going to show it by removing the hide sidebar class. So I'm going to say sidebar dot class list dot remove hide sidebar. So fresh. Cool. So we have our sidebar. So this is far from being perfect. Like you see, or like we saw, this just came suddenly, but we are supposed to add like a transition to add to the user experience. But right now, it just came suddenly. So let me refresh it again. If I click on it, cool. But with time, we are going to add transition, so it comes easy on eyes. So next thing is a button right here, a close button, because if a user decides to close this sidebar, there is no feature for that. A close button here, position absolutely on the right. Give it a class of okay, on click listener, hide. Then inside here I'm going to have a close element for close icon. Then I'm going to create this function, hide sidebar beneath show sidebar. Hide sidebar. So I'm going to grab the element again. I'm going to grab the sidebar, but selector. So this time around, I'm going to add back the class hide sidebar. So let's check it out. I'll refresh the page. Okay, cool. So once I click on it, it's supposed to hide this sidebar. Hide sidebar. Okay. Cool. Oh, here is another problem. So we are going to fix this. Once a user goes back to the wider screen, we are not supposed to have this sidebar. It's supposed to be hidden. So let's fix that. This sidebar, I'm going to call it inside this function, inside the resize screen. So once a user resizes the screen to a bigger screen, we are supposed to call the high sidebar. So I'm going to add it beneath here, hide sidebar. We refresh it, page, resize the screen, show this, and bring it back to a bigger screen. Cool. So we succeeded in restructuring the function. This is our resize screen function. So it gets called once a user loads the screen. Then we succeeded in adding a sidebar on a smaller device, like what we are seeing right now. Once the user resizes to a bigger screen, the sidebar should be hidden. Cool. Alright, so this is where we are going to call it a wrap for this series, responsive menu navigation with plain JavaScript. As you can see, what we just achieved here was done without jQuery, without any framework. This is pure vanilla JavaScript. As you've seen, if you like the video, please help me share it so other people get to see it, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in our next series.